They say that I'm wanted, hear the whispers in the streets. Better start running, cause nothing scares me. Faster, faster, I'm the one you're after. Back down for nothing, you'll have to come and get me. No more warnings, I'm following my own decree. You built a fortress, but I'll never kiss the rain. Faster, faster, you're the one I'm after. Back down for nothing, cause I'm my own king.
Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night, teardrops on the floor, the pain.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in us. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up.
Test 1 2 1 2. Can you just test 1 2 1 2? Go ahead and. That's fine. Hi, everybody. They can hear me now. We will be live starting in 4 minutes.
Through the battles won, still kingdom come. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking what you see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking what you see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand, call.
Not yet. I'll tell you, we're gonna walk through here. Come on in here so you guys can watch the live stream from in there. After I get outside, Vic, also, you're welcome to ask some of the kids that can come watch it from out here. Just don't let them go more than halfway towards the field. Some of you guys can come out here. Some of you can be inside there. Are you taking your project with you? 15 seconds. Perfect. Perfect. Big. There we go. All right. Let's do it now, right here. Now. Okay. I think we are live. Hello, San Diego FTC. Are you ready for the kickoff? All right, here we are. We are at the hub at 9420 Activity Road. We will be right behind us. You can see some of our teams. That's okay. We'll get the echo this way. We've got some teams through in here. These guys have been setting up all morning, getting the fields ready. We got Fizzy right here. Fizzy's also going to be watching the show. And outside, we have our volunteers setting up the field and getting everything ready. We will be doing the reveal here in a couple minutes at 9 o'clock, so get ready to stand by. Wave, parents, thank you very much, and mentors. Again, we've got our host teams parked, getting ready to watch the live stream as well. They're excited. We got Corinne and Jen and Harshal and Dan and Vic and Mark all here ready to go. So let's get ready. Let's go through here again. Oh, look at this. This is where we are. You guys ready? You excited? Let's go to Fizzy. Fizzy, are you excited? Fizzy's excited. All right. So this is the hub. This is where we're going to be. We'll have you guys here at 11 o'clock. When we do this live stream, when we're going to start this, the video actually at 9 o'clock, when we do this, we're going to go for about a half an hour. We're going to be going for about a half an hour. And then we're going to come back and I'll talk about what's going to be specific to the San Diego FTC region. And then we'll give you some directions about coming here starting at 11 o'clock. All right, I'm going to get off the camera, so stand by here. You guys are going to have to patiently wait for 2.5 minutes before we go live with the video.
Hello, First Tech Challenge teams, coaches, mentors, volunteers, parents, friends, and the entire community. I'm Amy Linebarger, and I'm happy to be here for the First Tech Challenge 2023 to 2024 season kickoff and reveal of Center Stage, presented by RTX. All part of the First In show, presented by Qualcomm season. All 10 of the 2023 Dean's List Award winners are here today, and we're honored to be your kickoff celebration hosts.
Hi, First Tech Challenge. I'm Lucas Boyle, and I'm pumped to be here today to raise the curtain on our Center Stage season and celebration. We have a full show today, packed with kickoff messages from some familiar and favorite first faces, the Center Stage season reveal, and a detailed field walkthrough to help teams get started with season planning and gameplay strategy.
All of the Center Stage game materials will be published on our website after the broadcast, so please use the website as your reference during the season. To officially welcome you to our kickoff today, we have First Chief Executive Officer Chris Moore.
Hello, First Tech Challenge community. The First In show, presented by Qualcomm season, is here, and we're celebrating the role our STEM skills play in the arts. I'm thrilled to help usher in the new season and welcome you to Center Stage, presented by RTX. I want to take a moment to thank you, our participants, our coaches, our mentors, and our volunteers. Thank you for making First Tech Challenge program the successful, engaging, and fun program that it is. We also wouldn't be here today without the generous support of our sponsors. I want to extend a very special thanks to the First Tech Challenge season presenting sponsor, RTX. This season, more than 70,000 First Tech Challenge participants from around the world will raise the curtain on the power of using design, creativity, and precision to create all new experiences. On behalf of everyone here at First, I want to wish all of you good luck and a great season. We can't wait to see how you take on the game this year and put your skills center stage.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. A huge thank you to all our generous sponsors this year and making the First In-show season and Center Stage game possible. Inspired by the innovative spirit of First participants, Qualcomm's support and collaboration continues to help strengthen the pipeline of STEM leaders who will create a future pushing the limits of innovation.
Hello, First Tech Challenge teams, and welcome to Center Stage, part of the First In show season presented by Qualcomm. My name is Kedar Kundap, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Compute and Gaming at Qualcomm Technologies, Inc. Every day, we use STEAM to push the edge of what's possible in extended reality. From recreating legendary cinematic effects to reimagining how technology can allow audiences to have immersive experiences in art, music, and gaming. This season, your innovative spirit and unique skill sets will take center stage as you shine a spotlight on the endless possibilities of art and STEM. The future is yours to create, so take the stage. Good luck, First Tech Challenge teams.
Thanks, Qualcomm. And now, the Center Stage season presenting sponsor, RTX, is taking us backstage to show us the beauty and importance of design and some of their most incredible innovations.
Welcome to the 2023 First Tech Challenge season, Center Stage presented by RTX. I'm the Industrial Manager in the Hot Section Module Center here at Pratt & Whitney. This is one of many production sites that makes us a world leader in design, manufacturing, and service of aircraft engines. As an RTX employee, I'm able to share my operations and career coaching expertise with the First Tech Challenge teams I coach. Shout out to my robotics warriors in Connecticut and Montana. This year's First Tech Challenge season explores how design can set the stage for innovation. We'll celebrate the role of STEM in the arts where creativity can inspire big ideas. Let's take a quick look behind the curtain at some incredible RTX innovations that exemplify the beauty in engineering and technology. At the nexus of science and art, we find the James Webb Telescope, an international project led by NASA. Raytheon developed the focal plane arrays on MURI, one of Webb's 4 key imaging instruments. By capturing light that's been traveling for billions of years, it's giving us new insight into some of the biggest secrets of the universe and revolutionizing our understanding of it. In Asheville, North Carolina, we engineered a new future in aviation, a sustainable modern solution that was born out of design. Our team of engineers collaborated to build a world-class turbine airfoil factory that exemplifies Industry 4.0 core principles. This allows us to meet future market demand while using less energy and creating less waste. And finally, check out RTX's hybrid electric flight demonstrator program. Collins Aerospace is developing a 1 megawatt electric motor that will help reduce aircraft carbon emissions on the next generation of commercial flight. This engineering marvel delivers 4 times the power, twice the voltage, and half the weight of our current generator. Technology meets design again. This year, your First Tech Challenge team will join thousands of students worldwide to show us how design can drive innovation. It's your turn to take center stage with creativity. Best of luck this year, and remember, teamwork makes the dream work.
Wow! Thanks for the behind-the-scenes look, Mickey. And thank you for being a First Tech Challenge mentor.
We want to take a moment to remind our community that gracious professionalism is an important part of what makes First, and that it's also at the heart of each team practice and get-together, and each and every First Tech Challenge event. This year, one of our most gracious and professional volunteers, our 2023 First Championship Volunteer of the Year, Chris Johannesson, is sharing a message about gracious professionalism.
Hi, I'm Chris Johannesson. Here in Los Angeles, I mentor first teams, from beginners to advanced. I encourage gracious professionalism based on what the actual words mean to me. What is a professional? Doing challenging work, using your mind and talent and education as much as using your hands. Adult professionals push very hard towards their goals. Design the product, cure the patient, earn a promotion. They are competing against their own goals. This season, help your team set internal goals. How will you measure success? A reliable autonomous? Learning a new skill? Solve problems in a methodical way. Learn all you can beforehand. For a large technical challenge, break it into smaller steps. Discuss with your teammates and seek advice from mentors. These are things that adult professionals do. Start developing these skills now. By the way, colleges will recognize your efforts. What about the gracious part? Help your teammates all you can. Favor communication, not isolation. When you enter the robotics room, show the behavior and even the language that makes others feel welcome and valued. People will notice and stay and contribute thanks to your influence. So, gracious professionalism to me means being a helpful teammate while pushing hard towards your goals. Have an exciting season.
What an important message from Mr. Chris Johansson. Our team coach also makes sure gracious professionalism is a priority for our team. Next up, we have Senior Program Manager of First Tech Challenge, Joanne Halloran. Joanne has been an integral part of the First Tech Challenge team for more than 16 years and fundamental to the growth and success of our First Tech Challenge program. She joins us today to welcome you all to the center stage season and share a few updates.
Hi, I am Joanne Halloran, Senior Program Manager of First Tech Challenge, and I couldn't be happier to talk about the new season and this year's game, Center Stage, presented by RTX. First, I want to share my gratitude with all of you, our First Tech Challenge community. Your ability to problem solve, your creativity, your perseverance, and your smart minds have inspired all of us at First Tech Challenge. With your help, we continue to move the mission of First forward. You can help by spreading the word about FIRST. I would love for you to tell people in your communities how the FIRST programs have served you, your accomplishments and new skills, and how we are together changing the future. Our goal is to make First Tech Challenge available to students across the globe, and to do that, we need your help. Speaking of growing our community, thanks to the generous support of the DECA Foundation and Bosch, we have rookie team grants available. These are need-based grants that will provide $750 towards a rookie team registration and give rookie teams a head start on the purchase of their competition kits. Team and class pack season registration is open. This season, our robot technology team has developed what we call the Vision Portal, providing a common way to use TensorFlow and AprilTag, a new technology that's now part of the First Tech Challenge software. Vision Portal supports image recognition, robot navigation, multiple cameras, and many other features, all available to teams programming in FTC blocks or Java. Now it's easier for more teams to succeed in Center Stage. Like all industries, from consumer goods to food to automobiles, FIRST was impacted in previous seasons by the challenges in the supply chain. Thanks to the hard work by Rev Robotics and our FIRST community, we have control hubs in stock right now for teams and class pack users. Speaking of Rev Robotics, did you know that they were founded by a FIRST alum? FIRST alumni are folks who have graduated from high school after time on a FIRST team. All of you on teams now will be FIRST alumni someday, and we hope that you will be excited to remain a part of the FIRST community. Many of our First Tech Challenge team mentors and event volunteers are FIRST alumni. Be sure to thank them and ask them about their journeys. Learn more about FIRST alumni benefits and tools to make the most of your FIRST experience on the FIRST website. And finally, we are continuing to expand the First Tech Challenge championship footprint. At the 2024 First Championship, we're growing team participation from 192 to 224 teams, allowing more teams than ever the opportunity to qualify. It will still require teamwork, grit, and your best gracious professionalism to get there. But we want to ensure every team around the world has a merit-based opportunity to earn a spot. And now, without any further ado, here's the information you've all been waiting for. Center Stage, presented by RTX. We hope you enjoy the game and wish you the best of luck for an amazing and inspiring season.
Thank you, Joanne. We also want to share an enormous thank you to our dedicated game design committee: Jessica Ballin-Smith, Michael Coleman, Mark Edelman, Aaron Fadden, Joe Parado, Manny Lowe, and Kevin Rudd. Thank you for the hundreds of hours you have spent creating, refining, and documenting this year's artistic and creative game, and the hundreds of hours you'll spend in season. We can't wait to show you the most important part of our Center Stage kickoff, the reveal. A special thank you to the very spectacular 2019-2020 Volunteer of the Year winner, Kevin Thorpe, for the beautiful animation, and FIRST's very own Michelle Long for narrating every detail. After the reveal, make sure to stick around for the field walkthrough. And now, the exhilarating reveal of the 2023-2024 First Tech Challenge game, Center Stage, presented by RTX.
Welcome to the First Tech Challenge 2023-2024 season game, Center Stage, presented by RTX. A team consists of up to 2 driver operators, a human player, a coach, and a robot. Each match is played with 4 randomly selected teams, 2 per alliance. Each alliance is allowed 1 human player. Your opponent for one match may be your partner for another. Robots must be built from materials specified in the game manual and fit within an 18-inch sizing tool and may expand after the match begins. The primary scoring element is a plastic hexagonal-shaped pixel 3 inches across by 1/2 inch thick. There are 64 white pixels and 10 each yellow, green, and purple pixels. Teams may construct custom game and scoring elements, including paper drones and team props. The game is played on a 12-foot square playing field with a foam tile floor and 1-foot-high walls. 2 trusses are located midfield. Between the trusses is the hinged stage door. In the back of the field are the backdrops, one for each alliance. Beneath the backdrops are taped-off backstage areas. In the front corners are taped-off wings. In each quadrant of the field are 3 separate spike marks. Just inside of the front wall are white pixel location stripes, and outside of the front wall, there are 3 taped-off landing zones. April tags are located in the field wall and both backdrops to aid navigation. Blue and red alliance stations are on the left and right sides of the field, and in front of those are the red and blue human player stations. Before each match, pixels are stacked next to each player station and on the inside of the front wall. 4 pixels are placed on the spike marks. However, team props may be substituted for the spike mark pixels. Teams place their robots on the field, touching the side walls. Each team may preload 1 yellow and/or 1 purple pixel onto their robot. Teams may also preload 1 drone onto their robot. The spike mark pixels and team props are then randomized. The field and players are now ready. The match begins with a 30-second autonomous period. During this time, teams may attempt to score using pre-programmed instructions and sensor inputs. A purple pixel placed on the spike mark tape earns 10 points. However, if the spike mark tape has a team prop, placing a purple pixel will earn 20 points. Each pixel in the backstage earns 3 points. And each pixel placed on the backdrop earns 5 points. If a yellow pixel is placed on the backdrop in the location indicated by the spike mark pixel, it earns 10 bonus points. Or 20 points if a team prop was used as an indicator. Robots parked in the backstage earn 5 points. Pixels scored in the autonomous period will also earn points at the end of the driver-controlled period. Following the autonomous period is the 2-minute driver-controlled period. During this time, human players may introduce new pixels into the wings. Each pixel that is placed backstage earns 1 point, and each pixel on the backdrop earns 3 points. Each mosaic of 3 identical or 3 different pixels earns 10 points. If an alliance can build pixels above the set lines, they earn a 10-point bonus for each line they cross. The last 30 seconds of the driver-controlled period is the end game. Robots may continue scoring pixels, and there are also ways to earn bonus points. Robots may launch drones over the truss or stage door and into the landing zones. Depending on where they're parked, they can earn 10, 20, or 30 points. Robots parked in the backstage area earn 5 points. And a robot suspended by the rigging earns 20 points. There are many ways to score in center stage, but there are also rules that, if not followed, will deduct points from your alliance. Robots may not limit the upward motion of the stage door. Robots may not descore pixels from the opposing alliance's backdrop. Intentionally damaging another robot is not allowed. A robot may not affect the flight of an opposing alliance's drone. A robot may not make contact with an opponent suspended from the truss. This has been a summary of this season's game, Center Stage, presented by RTX. For complete rules, please read both game manuals and check the Q&A forum. And always remember the most important rule of First Tech Challenge, gracious professionalism. Good luck, teams, and have a spectacular season.
Wow, what an exciting game we have ahead of us this season. Here to give us a closer look at the field is Erin Fadden.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Erin. Erin is a Game Design Committee team member and First Tech Challenge project manager.
Hey teams, I'm Erin Fadden, member of the First Tech Challenge Game Design Committee. First, I want to give a huge shout out to the Game Design Committee for all of their hard work they put in year-round to design each game. I hope you're excited about this year's Center Stage game presented by RTX. Center Stage will include 2 team-built elements to be used to earn points. The team game element, which is called the team prop, is the team-built element that is only used during the autonomous period. This is referred to as a game element because it cannot be picked up and scored after use during the autonomous randomization task. The drone is also a team-built element, but this is used during endgame for scoring. The drone has some specific build rules. For example, it must have the general configuration of an airplane with a defined fuselage. It must be built with one sheet of paper, and teams must build at least two, one red and one blue drone. So, if you're thinking, a crumpled up piece of paper will work, right? The answer is no. That would not be considered a legal drone. Make sure to carefully read the team prop and drone build rules that are outlined in the Game Manual Part 1 when constructing each of these items. New this season, we are using April tags for robot navigation and autonomous tasks. There are a total of 8 April tags on the field. As you saw in the animation, there are 3 unique April tags on each of the backdrops and 2 unique April tags over the pixel stacks in front of the field. The scoring element in this year's game are the pixels. There are 94 pixels that come in 4 different colors. Each pixel is approximately 3 inches wide and a half an inch thick. Pixels are scored on the backdrop. Here you can see that the backdrop is at a 30-degree angle to help the pixels stay in place when they are scored. Robots can simply place pixels onto the backdrop or onto other scored pixels. They can also be dropped from higher up and should still stay in place. Teams should be cautious while scoring on the backdrop and do their best to not knock or shake it. Some level of contact is okay, but knocking the backdrop hard enough can cause the pixels to descore. Spanning the field are the trusses, riggings, and stage door. The truss includes height-limiting bars that are 14 inches from the playing field floor. Teams will have to be thoughtful in their robot design to accommodate traversing the field with these lowered heights. The truss also includes the riggings, which are the red and blue bars for their respective alliance. Robots may suspend from the riggings during endgame. Only one robot can hang at a time from their alliance rigging. The stage door, prior to being lifted, has a 12-inch clearance from the playing field floor. The door can be raised to approximately 26 inches. Stoppers on the sides of the truss will not allow the stage door to be raised any higher. The width of the stage door provides enough space for 2 robots to travel through at the same time. However, robots traveling from the audience side of the stage door have transit priority. There are rules outlined in the Game Manual Part 2 that penalize robots that grasp onto the stage door. This is another area of the center stage game where teams will have to come up with some creative designs to effectively lift the door to travel from one side of the field to the other. And finally, as part of the end game, robots may launch their drones to score points. The drone must be launched so that it passes over the rigging or top pole of the stage door to be eligible to score points. Robots that are hanging from the rigging may also launch their drone during endgame. Neither a drive team member or robot should interfere with a launched drone. Interfering with the opposing alliance's drone while in flight will cause the affected alliance to automatically earn points for landing zone 1. I hope you enjoyed this overview of Center Stage. Please make sure to read both the Game Manual Part 1 and Game Manual Part 2. There are 2 versions of each of these manuals on our website for both remote and traditional gameplay. Every team is allocated 1 account to ask questions and receive official answers on the First Tech Challenge forum. Thank you so much for tuning in, and best of luck this season.
Thanks so much, Erin. The field looks full of creative and fun new challenges. We can't wait to see your creative solutions and robots in action on the field. If you're watching but haven't registered yet, there's still time to join in on the action. Visit our website for details and to get started. Be sure to tag First Tech Challenge on your team's social media throughout the season so we can keep in touch and see how your team is tackling the game. Thanks for joining us to kick off this season and for being part of the First community. Now it's lights, camera, steam.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Hub. There's our Hub logo right there. Welcome to the Hub. This is the Rise Hub, where our nonprofit organization that is the sponsor for San Diego FTC. Welcome all of our teams. A big thank you to our teams. We've got the Cerulean Centaurs, the Green Griffins, and Rise of Hephaestus, our host teams who have set up this whole place. Of course, they didn't get to set up this because we keep them isolated. I'd like to congratulate, thank you again for all the help that you guys have given us. Team members, you can start heading in here now. We want to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors. We've got RTX, the sponsor center stage this year, so thank you very much. We have Qualcomm, who's not only the sponsor of the San Diego region, but of the whole program this year, and the first of show theme for the whole year. Welcome to the game. So what are we going to do in San Diego? So San Diego, we are going to have our league format again this year. We're hoping to have 6 leagues, and we're hoping to have something called interleague championships this year, where we will have League 1 and 2 compete against each other at the interleague championship. We are hoping to have up to 6 leagues today, but we still need more rookie teams. So we need you to go out and recruit. You know some people who are kind of on the fence. Give me a call. We still have some rookie team grants available, and we'll see if we can get them involved into the program. RISE, our organization, Robotics Inspiring Science and Engineering, it's a nonprofit for teams out there who need help or assistance to get their nonprofit funds. Give us a call. JD at riseforsteam.org is our executive director, and he can help you out. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on here talking. You're going to see all of this stuff. It's really key that you look at our website, www.sdftc.org, and subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't done so already, because that is your source. The newsletter will come out weekly. Check your junk mail. Make sure you're getting there all the information. But again, your primary source of information is going to be our webpage and the e-blast that goes out every week. Without any further ado, my ducks got their new element, and so the hat is now decorated already. I'm going to turn this over to another one of our great volunteers, Rob Colatuto. Did I always say that right? Okay, he is going to talk a little bit about rules and rules interpretation. He is our subject matter expert. He has over 25 years involved in FIRST. He's still only 30 years old, so I don't know how he did that, but you know, that's just how it works. Without any further ado, though, and don't forget, sorry, Rob, one more thing. We have mentor nights here every other Wednesday night for mentors to come here and meet other mentors and learn things. Our theme for this region, which makes this region special to us, is mentors helping mentors from other teams. Students helping students from other teams. We pass on and we share what we're doing so we become better as a region altogether. All right, that's enough delay. Here is Rob.
All right, thank you, Matt. Hello, teams. What an exciting game we have this year. The Game Design Committee, as always, has done a fantastic job, and they did a great explainer video for you about some of the finer points of the game. But there are a few things that I want to go over in a little bit more detail before we see you all here today at the Hub. So a couple of the items that I wanted to point out, we want to talk a little bit about wing. And so the wing over here is where the human player will introduce the pixels onto the field for you this year. So if you're human player, you'll have a storage area of pixels over here to start with, and you're allowed to introduce them up to 2 at a time into your wing. And you're allowed to have a total of up to 6 of them in there at any given time, plus 1 airplane that you can introduce at a time in the endgame for your alliance. So that's a bit more detail about the wing. I wanted to go over a little bit about the truss structure. So like they mentioned in the videos, right, the whole item is called the truss, and the colored bars on the tops are called the riggings. And there are 2 riggings per alliance, so you are able to have 1 robot per on each rigging. So all your robots can be hanging at the end of the match. And there's a really big safety issue with the truss this year. You cannot, under any circumstances, step over it. You must step around it. So be very careful and mindful of that while you're placing your robots and retrieving your robots from the field. Speaking of which, if you missed it in the video, 1 robot from your alliance starts on the front half of the field on one side of the your second robot starts on the other side of the truss in the backstage area. So, right, and as they pointed out, there is the stage door that opens and closes this year, and there's an interesting right-of-way rule related to this year, and so robots traveling from the front of the field, from the audience side, have right-of-way when traveling through the stage door. So you need to make sure that you don't block them from traveling from front of the field to the back of the field. So keep that in mind while you design your robots and decide how you're going to traverse the field. So then we wanted to also talk about the pixels and the backdrop a little bit. So the backdrop this year is where you're going to be scoring your pixels, and they do a great job of staying in the backdrop when you drop them anywhere, as long as you get them flat up. And so that's something to think about, right, is how they're going to bounce around and how they're going to move. They showed a little bit of that in the game animation and the video, but they didn't quite show how Plinko-esque it is. So it's definitely something you're going to want to come to the hub and play around with and get a feel for. And something else that's really, I felt very valuable to point out is this backdrop here has what I believe to be the maximum scoring conditions. And you'll notice there are 10 complete mosaics involving all 30 colored pixels on the field. So if your alliance happens to come into possession of all 30 of them, you are able to actually score them all in one backdrop. That is something to keep in mind, right? Make sure you are being strategic about how you introduce your pixels to the field. Something else that is worth mentioning a little bit is how these mosaics work. So a mosaic can be in any rotation, but it has to be this configuration. So the three either pixels of a similar color or 3 pixels of a different color, right? So this arrangement of purple, green, and pineapple is valid. And they have to also not be touching any other colored pixels, right? So right now, this is a valid mosaic, and so is this one. But if you end up with another purple pixel touching your mosaic, this is no longer a valid mosaic. They have to be completely encased by white pixels. Also worth pointing out, the 2 pixel control limit doesn't apply to pixels that are supported by the backdrop. So you are free to manipulate in the backdrop. Use that information however you feel. All right, so what else we're going to do today here at the hub, right? In addition to coming down and getting hands-on time with the field, we have 3 fields set up for you to come and play with. Be hands-on, play with the pixels, check out the stage door, take your measurements. We're also going to do, in the hub, in the back of the hub, we're going to do 3 Q&A sessions where they'll be just like our traditional Q&As where I've put a small presentation together, and we're going to go over and answer any of your questions you might have. So make sure you show up between 11 and 2, get down here and come check out the hub, check out the game, meet the rest of the teams in the region, and we'll see you later today.